Okay. Hello, everybody. So this is a new video, or the next video that I'm making, on the magical or the Witch's Heart book by Christopher Penczak. I made my first video about the first chapter. This is on the second chapter, and I'm going to be basically, if you didn't watch the first video, I would recommend you do so. Because I want to basically learn with you guys, for your guys' understanding. A lot of people are asking me for love spells, like I said in the first video. So I'm kind of doing this kind of for my own research, but to help other people too that would possibly need help in a relationship, or would possibly, want something like that. So the second chapter that I've been reading, because I kind of read ahead to about chapter 3, but that'll be my next video. But in this one, it's all based on the magical partnership. So, in this chapter, he goes on talking about relationships. The first video was mainly focused on yourself, learning about love, what is love. In this chapter, it's more about the partnership, the relationship of it. So, he goes on talking about relationships, and what are we manifesting in our relationships? If you are doing love magic with the hope of relationship, you need to know what kind of relationship you are looking for. When finding any type of partner, long-term or short-term, you need to know that both you and your potential partner are viewing the relationship in the same way. So basically, going on to, you need to make sure that your partner, or if your potential partner and you have the same views on the relationship, like what you guys think that a relationship should be, what you guys think your guys' relationship should be, and how you should handle it. Let's see. So he goes on to talking about that sometimes can be the root, the root of the problem. The reason why some relationships don't work out, because both partners have two different views on the relationship itself. Now he goes on to saying, think about how you view a relationship and see if any of these perspectives fit your view, or is there another way you see a relationship. The first one is complete me. So complete me would be our partner must be perfect match to us, like the other half of our soul. Once we meet, we are complete. We are looking for somebody to bring us happiness, health, and wholeness. So basically, are you looking for your other half? Is the potential partner, or is your partner what you would consider your other half? Or your soulmate? Next one, expectations. Do you have any expectations for the relationship, such as, are you wanting to settle down in a relationship? Stuff like that. Settle down, have a family, have kids. That's your expectations. So what is your expectations? Investment. How much time are you willing to put into this relationship? Are you willing to put a long time into it, maybe the rest of your life? Or are you ready to put maybe a few months or a year into it before you decide that you maybe want to move on to somebody else? That could be one investment. Investment also could mean money. How much money are you wanting to put into this? How much are you willing to invest in the relationship? So, then there's the adventure. Adventure would be, life is an adventure, and every relationship is an adventure. There is no map, there is no goal, there is simply the journey. When two people come together, they are journeying together for as long as they choose, walking side by side. Relationships are exciting and mysterious because you never know what comes of it. While this is also true for some, there is a time in a relationship when it can be still be an adventure. So, you know, basically in a nutshell, he's basically saying, like, are you willing to take the adventure? Are you willing to just kind of just go with the flow, no maps aside, not knowing where it's going to be heading or anything? Or are you the type of person that wants to have a map with you, wants to have everything mapped out, such as kids, family, house, or dating, or friends, dating, marriage, retirement together, whatever. Like, are you really that type of person? The hunt. Seeking relationship is like big game hunting. The thrill and excitement is the hunt itself and in catching a partner. Many romantic self-help books give you the view of catching a man or woman, as if you have a trap or have to trap them or become a catch yourself to lure them to catch you. While it might be fun for a view for a time, it puts all the emphasis on the dating experience leading up to a relationship, but not a lot on actually developing the relationship. If your relationships worldwide is centered in the hunt, then you're constantly seeking out new relationships to be in the hunt mode, rather develop in a deeper relationship. So, are you willing to hunt for the relationship? Are you willing to go out and to look for the person? Or are you just the type of person that just wants to sit back and let love come to you? That's another thing. Okay, laissez-faire, from French term means hands off. So, basically what he's talking about in this one, you gotta think before you get into a relationship. Are you gonna be kind of laid back, not worrying about your partner cheating on you? Or are you gonna be the type of person to be no one can touch you, you can't look at another person, and all that? Now, in the book, which I totally agree with him, let your partner look. There's nothing wrong with looking, as long as it don't turn into touching. So, and the more jealous you are, the more it's going to look at you and make you look insecure with yourself. Okay, spiritual work. Any relationship, including a romance one, is an opportunity to grow and evolve spiritually. Now, what he goes on to talk about this chapter, or about this, is, are you wanting to take this, any relationship you get in is a spiritual one? Because romance is one of the higher spiritual selves. Romance is. Because it's such an intense, powerful feeling. So, you need to have that learning tool into spirituality, whether what it is, any walk of faith. That's what you really need, to have that faith in something, because you're dealing with your higher self. And that's a lot of the reasons why he goes on to talking about you need to find yourself before you get into a romantic relationship, because you are dealing with your higher self. So, what do you really want? This is a chapter he goes on to talking about what do you really want in a relationship. And now this is where you probably need to get a journal or a book or something you can write in, because you're really going to need it. This is going to be the exercise for the day. So he goes on to talking about a traditional method in love magic to help you prepare and become clear in your intention is to make a list of what you want in a lover or in a relationship. So, the list of qualities in your partner. And in your magical journal, notebook, or in a computer file, since today's new age is everything but computer, or where you keep your special sacred writings, make a list of all the qualities and attributes you would like in a romantic partner and in a relationship. Your only limits are the ones you place on yourself. But I've found that once you focus on what is truly important rather than on the minor points that don't matter as much on phrases you want in a manner that leaves them more open and you have a greater chance of success. Now, here's the thing, okay? Now, list the qualities of your partner. It's not talking about necessarily like physical qualities, because then you're going to start looking and maybe possibly focusing on one person. This is talking about what's on the inside, such as I want a person that is faithful, like how I want somebody that's faithful, loyal, trusting, romantic, passionate, artistic, reliable, open-minded, open in himself, and is very family-oriented. That is what I wrote for my attributes, and that's what he's talking about in this. Not necessarily blue-eyed, blonde hair, boy next door type. You can put, like, if you want, like, one or two things physically, but don't put it mainly because of it, because this is going out to the cosmos, and you don't want them to feel pressured into putting you with somebody, because maybe the right person for you doesn't have blonde hair and blue eyes. Maybe your right person has black hair and brown eyes. You know, so don't give the universe something very specific. Just be very open and what you want on the inside of that for that person, not on the outside. So once you have made your initial list, go over it a few times, add to it things you might have forgotten, across things that open further reflections don't seem important. Refine your list until it becomes solid and stable. When you first make your list, reflect on it, then go back to the beginning of your exercise and repeat it. What do you want to keep on the list, and what do you want to change? Rather than rushing into it, give it thought. A new relationship can be a life-altering event, so take some time to make sure you are getting what you want and need. Like I said, don't focus on the outer appearance, focus on the inner appearance. So, now, since you have done that, you're going to make another list. The same steps, but you're going to list the qualities in yourself. Like it says, repeat the previous exercise, but this time, focus on making a list about yourself and the qualities you bring to the table. So it's like, okay, so I want this guy to bring, or I want this person to bring this quality to the table. This is what I want him to bring. Now, this is what I'm going to bring to the table, such as I'm caring, I'm loving, I'm kind, I'm generous, whatever. This is what I'm bringing to him, and this is what I want him to bring to me. So, upon reflection of your own list, you are balanced to match for that you are looking for, or are you expecting the moon and offering nothing? Do you want the kind of relationship you could get it, but it won't be very satisfying for your partner, therefore it won't be very stable for you? Are there things you feel you need to change about yourself to make the better potential partner? If so, begin by making plans to improve yourself on whatever way is necessary, and seek out help outside facilitation if need be. So, such as exercising more, eating better, get more attractive physical shape. It could be emotional balance and requiring a therapist, life coach. Everybody's situation will be different, so find the help you might need. So here's a project that I'm going to wind up I'm doing here soon. I'm going to start this, and it's basically called the Sexual Black Fast. Now, when you think of fasting, you think of taking something away from you, such as, not eating for a lengthened period of time, taking something away from you that will cleanse your body and basically give you a better outcome or a better look on things. So, fast, that's what fast means. Sexual black fast means that this extra, how it works is you basically, in a way, is you basically curse yourself. And not curse as in a bad way. You curse yourself never, or not to fall in love or move too fast. And you basically take away the relationship and the passion from yourself, and you lock it in a box. That's the curse. You lock it away. And you tell yourself that you're not going to open that box until you find the right person. And if you do find a person, it's okay to date them. It don't mean that you can't date anybody. It just means that that box is going to stay closed until you find the right person. And you tell the universe that. You tell the universe that this is where it's going to remain until I find the right person. So, such as me. I mean, I'm going to put mine in a box until I'm ready to find the right person. Like right now, I'm dating somebody and I have a really good boyfriend, and it's in a box, locked away. And once my boyfriend, decides me and him are together long enough, we've went on dates, we've done all that, and once we decide to move forward, I will be able to open that box, curse will be lifted, and it's a way of kind of protecting yourself, So that's how you do it. You tell the universe, I'm taking this away from me until I find the right one. And that means no relationships, no deep, passionate relationships, nothing like that until you find the right one. But that does not mean you can't date. As simple as that. So, it's all basically psyche, the mind, the part. So, and this will make sure that you're totally in harmony with your intention is key and any successful magic. Love is messy, and love magic also is messy and difficult. The clearer you can be in yourself, the more centered you can be in all aspects of your life. The more successful your love magic will be. So, that's the end of that chapter. I'll make a new chapter probably tomorrow or the next day on the next chapter. And we're moving quite, far along with this. And please do those exercises. And once you do the exercises that I tell about, if you want, comment on them. Comment on the video what you think of it. And I love you guys, and very, very blessed be. And I love making these videos for you guys, so I will see you next time. Many blessings.